Hi, welcome On The Move members. I'm Derek Wells. This is the channel On The Move. I'm the owner of weldpro. We have a lot to get into today, a lot of tips and tricks and some good advice that you're not going to want to miss at the end of this channel. Please do like and subscribe. It helps the channel. I haven't made a longer length video in quite a while, so let's grow the channel and the welding community. Thanks, guys. Peace. All right, sup internet. Happy 4th of July On The Move members. This is the channel On The Move where we stay on the move and I teach or kind of give advice throughout my own fabrication throughout the business weldpro. First off, before we get into this and what I'm doing, for the 4th of July, happy 250 years America. For everybody that's served, for all Americans, for everybody that's here, staying on the move, whatever you're doing, hope you're enjoying your holiday. For me this morning, I slept in, had a good breakfast, hung out with the dog. I did a Murph challenge. I posted a short about it, check it out. So as we get into this, another business, local business had contacted me about this. They're rebuilding this. I do not know what kind of motorcycle this is. My apologies for all the motorcycle guys we have on the channel. I don't know what this is gonna be when it's done. I do hope that at the end of this whole fabrication, when the motor and everything is complete and this bike is running again, I can get a video of it and kind of be able to share with you guys what the outcome did. This customer, they are putting a lot of money into this. And there's an issue right now, so they needed me to fabricate and weld a section of this. So that's kind of what we're doing today. I'm getting into this. But I kind of want to explain before what it is and how I'm going about it. Don't know where they got the tank. I did not build, weld, or fabricate the tank. I really wish they would have contacted me beforehand. I would have made this look a lot cleaner, but it's pretty good. The fabrication and form fitting of the aluminum here is actually pretty good. I just really wish I could have done the welding to this. It would have turned out better than what it is. But anyway, it'll work. It's great. What we got going on here today is there has a tab. It's form bent on the inside of this. There's a nice radius here. It kind of comes up and lips here, which is all fine. And the bends that they did to be able to create this tank, it's actually pretty clean, pretty nice. But as what we're running into is the triple tree here, the clamps come in and they hit this, interfere with this really quick little bump that's right in here. We're gonna take this away. So I've picked this up, picked the bike, the frame, tank, and everything up that you see here. I picked it up on, actually I picked it up Thursday. Got it in the shop on Friday. Got it up, started looking at it, kind of deciding what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna fabricate this to be able to get this triple tree to be able to have a full range of motion without interfering with the tank, right? So that's the main goal here. That's the purpose of what we're doing. To be able to take that section of the tank away and fabricate that. So most people, when they talk about welding, same with me, there's all different types of welding styles from MIG to TIG and, pipe welding, I show a lot of that. But every once in a while you'll get a job like this, which really gets more into like fabrication, sheet steel fabrication. This is aluminum. And how to go about that. And really when you do a job like this, I kind of would classify this a little bit more on like the artistic side of fabrication because there's nothing really to go off of form, fit, and function, right? So we're gonna take this away. So I put this in the shop here a couple days ago and I put some blue tape on it just to kind of get a visual of, what really needs to happen. Now there's this formed piece here, which I've contemplated cutting this whole section out and then trying to put a flat, how I'm gonna go about this to get this kind of bump, this lip off of this tank to be able to get the triple tree to not hit and engage in that. So right now we just put some blue tape up and I just wanted to visualize this. I just wanted to get it in my mind. How am I gonna go about this and what we're gonna do? I have an idea plan set right now, and we're going to do this in little baby steps. So I'm going to take a little piece of material away, And I'm kind of do my own form, fit, and function of the material that's going to lay in here. What I'm going to need to kind of bend and pound out, what radiuses I can kind of take away and get away with before we really start cutting into anything. So that's kind of an important part that I want to kind of convey to you guys, for any of the viewers, when you're taking a job. Sometimes it's good to take a job, you know, you can do it, right? But don't just dive head first into it. You know, really take the time to look at it, stand back and say, you know, if I do this, what's the outcome, or what's my next step? So that's kind of what I did here. What I'm saying is that this is going to kind of take some more creative, artistic design as I'm cutting this out. How am I going to do it, and what's the best application and way to go about it? I'm going to put the camera on time lapse. So I'm going to do the full fabrication. Both sides, remember, have to be the same. So this triple tree can stay away and not interfere with this tank. So that's kind of what I'm doing here today. That's what I'm showing you guys, kind of my thought process. You'll be able to see me kind of think this through. I'm going to do one side, get into it, and of course, whatever I do to one side, I'm going to marry and duplicate to the other side. So once again, happy 4th of July. Happy 250 years, America. Let's work on motorcycles and do some fabrication. Before we had started the fabrication on this, there was, you know, this plate that came out, nipple that came out here, and I'm doing this in kind of a two-part fabrication since I'm dealing with somebody else's work. So basically took out that lip that was here on the tank, was able to get the triple tree to clear that, and knowing that I've got to do more, so I'm kind of doing this like this tank in kind of like a two-part section. So we took these plates out, kind of did it in a flat flush with a hand bent curve to this. But now is what I want to do. I wanted to see how this laid, because whatever I do, I really don't want to mess with the mounting, the frame and the tank here. So now I can see how the triple tree hits this, which is going to be just above this hole for the tank where the bolt goes into. So we're going to kind of draw this out again, round 2, and hopefully have this finished up today. So for this section here, we're going to be cutting just above the mounting tab. We're going to take it up the line and over the top, and is what I hope you can see is now we're going to get into kind of this section of the tank where this is going to be cut out. I'm going to notch this. We're going to get up into this radius, and then we're going to kind of inlay a flat with a custom bent radial that's going to go into this and take this whole lip of the tank out. That way our triple tree can freely move, and the tank won't have interference with any of this. So stay tuned for the rest of this video. Peace, guys. Sorry guys, my battery died, so I didn't realize that I wasn't recording anymore. Some things that you guys didn't see. Not really sure where the camera left off at. What we originally were fabricating was this lip here. So this was all cut out, inlaid, flat plate, rolled to keep the side profile. And as what we ran into was a secondary problem where the triple tree came in and was going to hit the inside of this. So the inside of this tank here protrudes in a very forward motion. Inside of this tank is curled or rolled and protrudes all the way out with the lip of this tank. So the inside where that lip was, that was the first part I believe that the video got. We cut this out, recessed it in, inlaid it with a flat plate, curled it to keep the profile. Second part of fabrication was cutting the inside of this rollout because this protruded all the way out as well, and our triple tree then hit the inside. So we cut this out, and I have just a quick mock-up plate in here now, just to kind of see how the form, fit, and function is going to work. There's a plane going over. I can't hear that. So we cut this out to see how much clearance we can get to make sure that our tubes of the suspension are going to be able to fit. So that was the main problem. So this now clears the main profile of the tank. The protrusion of the tank that goes in a forward motion is now cut out. We have a flat plate, or kind of like a mock-up plate, just so I can kind of visualize to see how this is going to work. I did put a suspension tube in here just to make sure that our clearance was good. It is. So that's where we're at now. I'm not sure what the video cost. So this fabrication is now done and complete. I'm happy with the recess of this in, taking this lip profile out. Now we were able to cut the clearance out of the tank where the inside roll was, mock-up plates, and basically we're in the final form of fabrication. I kind of got some dimensions here. I can see where my gaps are. Take some measurements, cut out some aluminum, and get to rolling and forming and bending. This is going to be all custom. Both of these plates from left to right side is going to be custom formed, and then we're going to get to welding, and then comes the fun polishing, grinding, however you want to call it, where we kind of contour and make all of this form-fitting and pretty. And then we're done. Thanks for sticking around, guys. If you've made it this far, by the end of this video, please do like and subscribe like we said in the beginning of this video. It has been a minute, so every subscriber counts and does help the welding community. In the comments, there's a bunch of good positivity that we've got going on, helping our younger welders and advanced welders. For our advice at the end of this video, something that I do want to convey is just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So for a job like this, I kind of quoted it, kind of thought what the hours were going to be. Long story short, I'm not going to fill this video with any more words that I've got going on here. But for the advice, this job has taken way longer than expected. If we go about time is money type situation, then this was a complete loss for me. So just because I can do something doesn't mean I should. For you guys as well, know your welding experience, know your skill sets before taking on a job. Make sure if you do take on a job that you can provide and ultimately produce that weld or that fabrication for your customer. In this case scenario, I did, but just because I can doesn't mean I should. So at the end of this, my customer is going to be happy, everybody's happy, but I do need to take the bit of a hit on this one. Time-wise, I blew it out of the water. So that's on me. I take responsibility for that. That's what I do for my customers. I do make sure that my customers come first. So if you're an on the channel, or sorry, if you're an on the move member, if you've made it to this channel, if you'd like to subscribe, you kind of follow along on the welding, kind of model yourself after that. Do good work, do quality work. Your customer comes first. Let's not overprice and upcharge everybody. Make sure that your customer's happy, primary. That's my kind of reputation that I do. And if everything fails, then it goes on me. In this case scenario, I kind of quoted the job roughly at about 5 hours, and I'm about 14 hours into this right now. So that's my advice for the end of this. If anything sticks for you guys, be upfront, be honest, do good work, do clean work, take care of your customer. But ultimately, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So thanks for hanging around. Remember, like and subscribe. It's been a wild week. I do have another job coming in. We're back to some stainless steel pipe welding. So we're going to get back on that in the weeks to come. So thanks, guys. Peace.